Hello my friends and welcome to this pick a card reading which is about what does your shadow want to say to you. I've done another reading on the integration of the next part of your shadow, which might be useful to watch. But this one was calling me. It was like, what does your shadow want to say to you? What does it want to tell you? What does it want to communicate to you? So we've got three options here. We've got the gem, pile 1. We've got Alethea for pile 2. And we've got the bardo for pile 3. So pile 1, the gem, Alethea for pile 2, and the bardo for pile 3. Please take some time to look at each of the piles, see which one you resonate with, and I shall see you in your timestamps, which will be situated in the description box below. What does your shadow want to say to you? See your reading. Bye. Hello, pile 1, and welcome to your reading. You chose the gem. So first and foremost, we are looking at something that is hidden. Something that is hidden, a light that is within. The gem can take on many different forms. And right now, what I see is something that is hidden deep and something that needs your attention. There's something that you're hiding. So your shadow is trying to say to you that you're hiding or suppressing something. Something that has a bright light, a very brilliant light. I don't know if this is something that you are feeling. Maybe it's rising to the surface, because the fact that the gem is visible means that, it's there. So it's almost like you can't ignore it. So maybe there's something that you have been suppressing over a period of time, and now something is coming up to the surface. Something is rising, and now it's almost, if you're coming to this reading, I feel like, you want to do some investigation, you want to do some work. So what is it that is coming up to the surface? What is it that's being unearthed? It's almost like something is rising to the surface, and then you've got all this earthworm and stuff going on here, which is undergrowth. Can't remember what that number is. I'm so sorry. I will try and find out. L. What's L? Ugh. Bear with me. I need to find out. Well, my friends, I'm not going to forget that is 50. So yeah, 56. I got it now. 5611, right? So we're looking at 11. This is a master number. Building, creating. Yeah, you're on the cusp. You're on the brink of something. I wouldn't be surprised with all of this stuff that's been going on recently. I know this is a timeless reading. But there has been, this kind of heat of Leo season, and now we're walking into Virgo season. We're going into there. So now it's about clearing away the debris and kind of clarifying what's going on. This gem is really luminescent. I'm getting a kind of aura as I'm looking around here. I'm feeling. I can see the different colors. So there's something highly holographic about this. It's almost like it's been waiting to come out for you to discover it. Almost like it's been hidden in the bushes. You may have hidden it in the bushes as well. So yeah. Okay. So that's an interesting start. Let's see what the alchemy cards have to say. The Spirit, what does pile 1's shadow want to say to them? Wow, lead. If you are hiding something, it's like weighing you down. Like totally. Weighing you down. And the fact that you're not, if you're not allowing yourself to really embrace this gift or this gem, it's heavy. Have you ever held I don't know, a lot of you probably like work with crystals and stuff. It's not an easy thing to like be carrying lots of rocks around, right? So, and also lead is really heavy. Lead is heavy. I just got like quite a heavy sense just then, and now I'm yawning. So yeah, and also lead is poison, right? Lead is poison. It's not something that you would want. Oh, we have 20 there. So from the 11 to 20 with this number here. So it's all about that transmutation from this base metal of lead into gold, and also into something that is a lot more valuable for you. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you have actually been on a journey where you have been like where you have actually been doing this work already, been doing this. You've been transmuting this lead into the gem. But what I'm getting more so is a sense of you carrying around something that you know that you're really good at, or you know that you want to do, or you know that you want to get out and do, and you're not. There's a sense of not allowing yourself to do it. Let's see what astrology has to say. The spirit, it's too many. The spirit, what? All right. Third house. Third house is Gemini. It's also reversed. Were you intimidated by other people or other things? What's going on in your third house? Double check that as well. But if there's something about your interactions with other people, I think maybe you're intimidated by other people. But also because it's third house. Apologies for that noise, my darlings. It's really hot. Yeah, this is about like communications with other people, and about how you put yourself across, how you want to communicate yourself to other people. So yeah, there's just that sense of you kind of, your image. Are you worried about your image, about how you may seem if you let this gem out? So interesting how we've got these images of like the black, and then we've got this juxtaposition of the colours. It's like you really want to get out, but you're not. I'm feeling heavy, part one. I'm feeling heavy. All right, no, let's go with one of these guys first. Your shadow wants to release this. You've got to let it release it. Your shadow wants to let this go. How you do that is a different matter. We'll get into that. But like, yeah, your shadow wants you to recognize that you have this gem. It's a gem, and you're not. I don't know. I get like kind of like you're stuffing it away because of like the impression that you might believe that you have. When no, I'll take. Okay, which one should I take? I'll take them both. So we've got Foxglove, and then we've also got Rowan. They're both reversed. So Foxglove for me, first of all, because I usually need to like look at these. And I know that this is something to do with weaving as well, but like with the foxglove reverse, there's something about the idea of like foxglove is a very powerful heart medication. I think it's like almost like, I think it might be used as a statin, which is something that helps regulate. No, that's not it. Is it regulating? I mean, a statin regulates cholesterol, but it's not that. It's something about relaxing the valves of the heart. I think it is. That's what a foxglove does. So I think there may be some kind of sense of like pressure that you believe that you'll be putting on people. Or maybe there may be something that you feel that will be too much for people to take. It'll be too much of a shock to their system if you allow yourself to be truly who you are, or to allow this gem to come up to the surface. You might be worried about what other people are thinking and about what other people are thinking about you. Let me double check what these mean, my loves. So it's pretty interesting. Actually, bear me 1 second. There's just a lot of noise. So what's really interesting is that the foxglove is about like having, you know, have you not felt yourself lately? And that coincides with this gem. When you're not feeling yourself, you're not able to really express who you are, or if you're not allowed to express who you are, or if other people are telling you to do certain things. There's a sense of that. There's a sense of denial I'm getting. Sailing down denial. Yeah, it's just like probably like there's a sense of like disallowing something, not allowing something to go forward. You've also got the roan as well, which is a sense of tenacity as well. You may be just kind of keeping on. So that, but there's something that's calling you, which is really clear with these two. It's kind of saying for you to be proud of who you are and what you've got and what there is. And really, and don't worry about what others kind of are thinking of you. In relation to the, yeah, it's keeping on. That's what I'm getting here. And there's a price here. And this is the price. Because there's a sense of like a lack of transmutation that's going on, and this needs to happen. Also, there's a sense of inspiration. I feel like you need to maybe possibly take a walk or go somewhere different that is away from people that you are used to being around. And that might give you an opportunity to kind of reset your inspiration. Okay, so having said that, now we are going to go into the tarot. I've decided to use the, I have the El Goliath tarot, and I haven't used this deck yet in a reading. I've used it in personal readings, but not in a reading for the shadow. So let's see what comes up. And these don't like jump out, so I have to intentionally pick them. Like the good old days. Okay, let's see. Dear Spirit, what messages for pile 1? What does their shadow want to say to them? What does pile 1's shadow want to say to them? 8 of Wands, meteor shower. High Priestess reversed. We've got the Empress. Interesting. Empress and the High Priestess reversed. Said they didn't jump out, but they did. The Ten of Pentacles reversed. Oh God. Okay. So this one wanted to jump out too. I wasn't gonna do this until later, but we'll keep that one there. That's the King of Cups. Actually, I will put that there. I might need to adjust this so that you can see them all. And yeah, one more. Oh wow. This is the karmic release, the sacred karmic deer. This is an extra card that's come with this deck. It's not a tarot deck, and it was reversed. Okay, so there's something that it's almost like there's a denial of intuition. There may be a sense of manifestation that has overtaken in order for you to deal with this lack of, So, for example, if you wanted to be a dancer when you were younger, and it is something that you really feel drawn to, like moving your body and stuff. But as time's gone on, you've decided that, you ended up going and being an accountant or something. So what you've done is you've managed to like get your kind of stuff together, and you've kind of managed to put things, in place where you've got a good life being an accountant or whatever. And then now something has happened to inspire you, totally inspire you. It's almost like you've seen maybe a piece of music, maybe you've gone to a theatre production and you've seen something, or you've seen something online. And it's really encouraging you to go back to your roots in the respect of how you feel in relation to this sense of creativity. It's making you want to create something. The High Priestess, though, there's the sense of you not allowing yourself to go to that place. It's almost like, you're thinking a bit too much about it. You're thinking, oh, maybe I'm not fit enough. I'm not doing stuff. How am I going to like work through that? And there's a sense of denial here. Or it could be that I'm just doing every single class that I could because I'm like, I just want to go and do this. This could be with anything, okay? It's not necessarily dance. I'm just using it as an example. And then you've got the 10 of Pentacles. And this is like the journey of the release. This is like, right, I am going to... Normally, I would say it's the breaking of the illusion. In this one, I'm seeing something different. I'm seeing something actually a little bit darker. I'm seeing a submission into a pattern. That's why it's shadow. Okay, so, I'm seeing a repression. It's almost like you have to go through this in order to break this. But there's something about this set of this reversed tree of life that is just hitting me. And I don't know, and particularly with the black seraphot, I'm feeling like it's something that is a submission into something that's not as wholesome. It's almost like you're disallowing yourself, which is where the lead comes from. So what does that mean? And also the third house. So it could be that you end up going with like some friends that to go and, do this class or whatever, as an example, yeah? When you go to the class, you start to feel apprehensive. You start to feel shameful about yourself. You start to feel like your body is not what it used to be, and you're thinking, oh my God, am I going to really be any good at this? Maybe this was a bad idea. And there's stuff that starts to feed on that, like something is feeding on your fear. That's what I'm sensing here with this card reversed. And it's almost like stopping you from being able to like actually go out and do what you're doing and like help break this cycle, because there's something that you need to release in this here with this shadow part, because that's why the gem is there. And there's something very significant in the respect of you being able to do this for other people, I feel. It's like you nurture people when you do it. So it could even be as simple as like, you know, maybe you take up yoga, or you really liked yoga when you were, you know, it feels to me like it's something nurturing and creative, because I'm referring to like movement of stuff. So it might be something to do with the body. It might even be something to do with creative. So it could be like to do with sewing or something like that. Or it could, you know, even making. It could be like drawing or something like that. But it's, there's something artistic and creative. Something that gives a lot of light and colour to things that are dark and grey. I mean, obviously I'm reading with this deck, which is black and white. But we've got a lot of like, you know, the black and white, the shadow, isn't it? So it's about understanding what it is within you that's not allowing yourself to truly bring the gem up to the surface. But I'm not going to lie, like you do have some kind of stuff that's like there that's deeply suppressing it. Deeply. And this is to do with this third house and this lead. Because lead is poison, right? Lead is poison. Once it gets in, it kills you. Do you know what I mean? Like you can't. Yeah, it's very, you know, it's a poison. So this is what this is doing. It's almost like you give people a little bit of poison so that they just ebb away. And there's a little bit of that going on here. But it's about you releasing this, because this is part of your karma to release it. It's part of your cycle. Deep. Right, okay, so let's have a look with... gonna have a look now with the Broken Mirror Tarot to have a look at how we can sort this out. What can we do about this? How can you fix this? Bear with me, my friends. I closed the windows because of the noise, but I'm telling you, it's too hot. Okay, so let's have a look at this. Dear Spirit, could you tell me how pile 1 can start to work with this part of the shadow? Because you know, the last one was how to integrate the next part of your shadow. You know, this is about like what's the shadow wanting to say to you next, you know? So this is just the start of this cycle, of this journey, of this part, of this task, whatever you want to call it. 8 of Wands, let's have a look. Okay, right, I will look at this. This is the 8 of Coins. Interesting. All right. Yep, that makes sense. The King of Swords. Remember, we had the King of Cups that appeared at the very beginning of your reading. The King of Swords reversed. Yeah, thank you, Spirit. Okay, so then we have the Ace of Cups. Yeah, makes sense. The Four of Cups. Yes, lovely. Reversed. Oh, look, you've got more. Okay, Strength. Okay, okay. And then we've got another 2. Okay, we'll take... Okay, okay. Right. Just messed up my vibe. Let's see if you can see that. You can't really. Let me just adjust the camera for you. So we've got some dedication that needs to occur. Some real kind of, oh wow. Yeah, so we've got dedication that needs to happen here. Interesting, because I meant in my daily reading today, I mentioned about, or tomorrow actually, but in one of my daily readings that I recorded, I mentioned this. It's very much about you waiting. You know, you fishing and waiting. Yeah, this is about concentration of attention, you know. something became alive in you, something sparked, that allowed you to identify the gem, to remember that it was there. So it's about you concentrating that attention. Nobody became good in a day. So just remembering that and working hard at that, and also remembering your own sense of like ethic that comes towards this thing. There's something that's very special about the way that you approach this. So be proud of that. You've also got here, you've got the Empress, and then you've got the King of Swords reversed. I feel like there's almost a sense of you being really nice to other people about it, but then when it comes to yourself, you're not so much. So there's almost like a nurturing energy about how, like, say, for example, they're really good at it, or they'll be very good at it, or they can do it, but you wouldn't even think in a million years that it would be for you and that you would do it. So yeah, you need that's what's going on here. So there's a sense of you actually like, yeah, I really see the beauty in this, but this is something I could never do. And you're suppressing that within yourself. You're suppressing that beautiful energy which has come from here, from these 8 of Wands. And you're suppressing that gem. 4 of Cups. I think you even coming to this reading is the cup reversed. Is that a cup you're grabbing? You're grabbing it. And I don't know, maybe understanding that this is something that's trying to hold you back. Because it is, you know. There are, you know, this is the sense of like, how interesting, by the way. Look at the moon in these cards. Look at where the moon is. So this is going to happen very quickly for you to realize, because also when you have like fears about certain things, one of the most important things is awareness. Once you're aware of something, the fear goes, because you can change your relationship to it. And I think that's what's going on here. Because with this 10 of Pentacles, it's, as I said, like it's that fear. You know, just kind of going out and just like doing stuff and getting involved in stuff. You may have started like seeing a lot of productions or something like that, if you were going to run with the dance analogy. There's something here. Yeah, look at that. Sorry, I just noticed that synapse here with the 3rd house. So there's like there's a miscommunication going on. And the High Priestess reversed, that's miscommunication of intention, of intuition. So yeah, you're denying yourself that, but I think but you're going to turn it around. You're going to realize it. You're going to turn it around. I think if you continue, just maybe be a bit more selective about what you're going to see, because remember, if things can affect you quite deeply, just kind of siphon off your attention. Keep it clear. Keep it crystal. You know, you don't need to consume everything in order to like indulge in a passion that you have, you know, want to rekindle. You don't have to. You can still be specific. And then we've got strength with the sacred karmic deer. You know, breaking karmic cycles is heavy, right? It's not something that we can just be like, oh yeah, you know, in this kind of space of pseudo spiritualism. It's just, how can we kind of really, really discern how we're going to be in this lifetime, how we're really going to do this work? Because it's calling for us now. Like, how are we going to move forward with that? And it isn't going to be all like roses, like, oh yeah, I do a cord cutting and then, yeah, that's it. It's never that easy. Never. It is to a certain extent, you know, and you hear those success stories, but it's more about the perseverance and consistency. And that takes strength. And this is a particular strength card, which we have somebody holding up the entire thing. And I wouldn't be surprised if the entire city. So if this is something where maybe you have a family or something, you know, you're having to hold up the fort, but then yet you're still having to deal with your own stuff. I hear you. I recognize you. And it's okay. You know, you got this. But I'm telling you that this gem will give you strength. So it will get rid of this lead and it will dissipate. It will transform into that gem. It will give you strength. It really will. And I think, you know, you need to believe that, because there's a lack of belief in that. You're thinking, what, you know, oh, it's just going to be something that I can just pass up or whatever. I don't think you can. I really don't. I think actually it's in your best interest for your health to follow it. You've also got the Hierophant reversed. You're going to have to do this in a completely different way, like, than you've ever thought before. Maybe you did a certain way of doing it before, like going around about it. No, you're going to have to like find another new way in. Now, I think it's going to come to you. I think if you just kind of like walk along the path, it's going to come to you. Like how to find a way in to work with your gem, to discover your gem, to polish your gem, to rise it up to the surface. But this is what the shadow wants to tell you. It wants to tell you that there's this thing that you have to start bringing up to the surface and polish and kind of deal with, and kind of you've got work to do. This reading's gone a bit deep, so I don't know if I'll use all of the cards. Let's see. Wow, what was I saying? Thanks, Spirit. Love you. Physical activity. Get moving. Get that body moving. Ah, look at that panther. Look at that panther. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful. So this sense of attacking, this sense of like, you know, kind of going for it, the sense of intention. It's like, you know, you see something and I'm going to go for it. Let me just double check what that means, because there may be something extra I need to see. So it's being brave, it's being productive, it's going forward, it's not standing for any BS. You know, you need to go and do what you got to do. You know, it's almost like there's almost like a sense of time running out. Like, you know, there's that quote, I don't know if the Buddha said it. You think you have time. You think you have time. Yeah, part one. Gotta get a move on. Okay, let's have a look at some shamanic. We've got 2. We've got emotional release. Yep, and it's reversed. And then we've also got home. I think that when you do this, you will get like a sense of true homecoming. Homecoming is within the heart. Home is within the heart space. It's not within, you know, anywhere else. Just because you think that you know, I don't know. I get the sense that some of you have your own families and stuff like that, and you know, I feel like you've neglected your own needs in order, or your own kind of dreams and desires in order to, like, you know, be within this life of having kids or whatever. And there's nothing wrong with that, but there is a stagnancy that's going on here. And if there's a kind of like, it's about you. This is about you going for what you want. And I don't know if you put anything aside. It might also be for career. I'm not saying just with family. It's just the stuff I got. But I'm just saying it's something you need to go forward with it, because it's really important, because something needs to be released emotionally. If you look into somatic movement, that might be something. There's lots of different types of movement. There's lots of different types of ways of being able to release. 5 rhythms is very good. Even if you're not into dance, like getting into physical activity will help you. 30, the fire element. Warrior, passion, fearlessness. That's synonymous with the. And look, we've got this figure like just moving, like, you know, it looks like this dance move. Like, this is about you freeing yourself. You know, if you've got anything that's wrong with your body, that might also be something about something being locked in the body. A very good book is also The Body Keeps the Score. That's also a good book. Okay, right, I'm going to close out the reading with one of these. Okay, you got two. The power to let go and the power to tolerate. I will come up to the camera for you to see it. So, the power to let go. You are powerful. If the past was hard, it does not mean that the future has to be. You seek joy, not control, and walk carefree into the future. And then this one, the power to tolerate. You are powerful, grateful for the quietness that an insult forces upon you. Sorry, there we go. You count your enemies as your friends for teaching you how to act rather than react. Comes back to this Gemini 3rd house, right? So it's letting go of any kind of like past mindsets, constraints, things what people are saying about you. This, as I said, there's some toxicity that your shadow is saying, time to get rid of it now. Time to release this now. And this is your work for your next leg of shadow work. Good luck, my friends. Good luck. It's really simple, I think, to start. Just shake your body. Just get up in the morning and shake it all out. That's a really good way of you being able to just get into your body, feel into your body. There's loads of stuff on YouTube for you to like get some kind of like movement integrated into your body. I'm not talking about yoga and doing all asanas or whatever. I'm talking about you just simply shaking your body, simply just doing something that is going to involve you being able to have and instigate some kind of freedom into your body. And this will help with this because you need to get that moving. You don't want that in your system. Hope you enjoyed that reading. That was brilliant, this reading. I really loved it. If you did like it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you want to get a private reading with me, please do contact me on goldkeyguidance@protonmail.com. But otherwise, have a beautiful, beautiful evening, my darlings, and good luck. Bye. Hello, Pile 1. I just wanted to say I'm really sorry. I think I might have forgotten to do one of the Astro Chakra cards. So I'm going to do one of them for you now for pile 1. Power, moon, emotions. Nurturing. So this is about you nurturing yourself, about you really taking the time to... What I'm getting here is about you, when a child is quite young, it's having that nurturing energy, like when it's about the ages of 2, where it really wants to step into its power, and it's older, and you know it wants to do its own thing, but it needs mummy and daddy there to watch it do its own thing. And that's what this is about. It's about you nurturing yourself in that way, to kind of explore yourself in a certain way. You know, this is about the gem, about you being able to really see that part of yourself. And I think if you allow yourself to be that parent to yourself, understand that, that will really help you to explore that in your work, or in whatever you want to do. This in making this gem shine. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, pile 1. I'm sorry I forgot to do it, but I thought I'd just add it on. I hope you enjoy this reading, and have a beautiful day. Bye. Hello, pile 2, and welcome to your reading. You chose the Aletheia. So this is about you answering the call in a way, but also it's like a quest for truth. It's almost like your shadow is asking you to answer something. It's about saying you need to answer a truth about yourself. There's something that you need to be truthful about to yourself. There's something that may not be as clear, or that you're suppressing in the respect of you. You know, it might scare you. You know, the shadow is about things that we don't understand, and because they're steeped in shadow, it means that we can't see them properly. When we can't see them properly, then that means we can't understand them properly. So what your shadow is asking you to do is to look more closely at this part of yourself so that you can make it clearer. That's what I'm seeing by this. And this is a call. This is a call. And it's interesting, you know, like as opposed to like looking at the tarot, and then we have like, you know, we have you know, the judgment that causes us to the call. But this is specific. This is about your shadow asking you to understand your black rose properly. And even though it's on this white background, there's still a sense of you being able to understand it properly. Same with the white. Like, you know, we can see it, but we need something closer. We need to have a closer look, a closer investigation, because it's owed that. You owe this part of your shadow that. Nice, easy, light start. Pile 2. Oh, I love you, pile 2. Excuse me while I just light up a bit of incense. I mean, you know, looking at these parts of ourselves is never easy, is it? It's and this is an ongoing process, ongoing alchemical process. I'm about to read with the alchemical deck, so let's see what that has to say. All right. Wow, conjunction. Love that. Okay, right. Let me just work out the number here. So 50, oh God. 50 plus 20, 77. Yes, 77. So 14 equals 5. Okay. Whoa, okay. That was the same as pile 1, 5. And then we've got here, which is 71, which is 8. So 8 and 5. Yeah, challenges and also kind of the threshold almost. But you've got a conjunction going on here. So I wouldn't be surprised, pile 2, if you were my pile that's done quite a bit of work, is understanding of themselves and has almost reached like some kind of plateau. But what I can see is like the mountain is still there. You've still got like, not the mountain is still there. What kind of sense am I making? That that you've reached one level of the summit. That's what I'm trying to say. God, these readings, they always want me to do them late at night, and like seriously, my brain just goes a bit funny, but hey, that's where I've got to be in order to do these shadow readings. So yeah, there's this sense of like you really kind of combining all of your efforts. Interesting how we have this black white kind of vibe. Do you know what I mean? It's this duality. It's combining the two together. It's merging them together, making them become part of a whole. Understanding that the duality is part of the unity. All the thing that the entity is a sum of its parts, isn't it? So it's about you understanding those parts of yourself. Maybe there's something that you're like, oh yeah, I know that about myself already. You know, I kind of understand that. It's a constant journey. I wish I could say that about myself, you know, but like it's a constant journey with you, like examining yourself. And as a Gemini, I got a lot of Virgo, you know, that's something that's just kind of innate within me to investigate. Now, obviously, I'm not asking, you don't have to do that. That's just me, because that's the way I am. I like to investigate. But this is what your shadow is urging you to do. This is what this reading is telling you to do. Having a look at that. Having a look at what these two parts, how does those two parts of yourself create this beautiful thing? Because it seems to me like you're recognizing one part, but the other part you're not. So something's going on in that respect. Okay, now let's have a look at some astrology. Dear Spirit, what does Pile 2 shadow want to reveal to them next? What does it want to say? Jupiter, upright. Yeah, that makes sense. Expansiveness, expansion, growth. Zeus. Well, that's the Greek. The king of the gods. I think there's ownership here that has to take place. It's ownership, because there's a denial of ownership. I think your shadow is saying that you're not. There's a sense you're not owning a part of yourself in order to understand yourself better. Because otherwise, I don't think you would come to this reading if that was the case. There's different parts of you, and it's all about us accepting all of those different parts in order to kind of understand who we are. And I think this will be something that would really make you. And this is not about gender, but it will make you the king of who you are. That's what you want to be. When we think about the king, we think about like the kind of top dog. We think about the highest point in this kind of stage, right? So it's about you moving up to that pinnacle, that point, embracing it, owning it, taking it, being it. Okay, let's have a little look at. I'm not doing these ones. I just saw that the cards were the wrong way round, so I'm just double checking. Okay, cool. So yeah, let's have some of the seed and sickle and see what that says for you. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful cards. It's very yin yang, isn't it? So it's understanding the duality. Clematis. Okay, bear with me, my gorgeous ones. So there's a sense of letting go with this card, and about going up towards the light, and also understanding that that you don't have to control everything. I think there's a sense of like letting things kind of flow, understanding that you don't have the power, not so much that you don't have the power, but that you can't control everything, no matter what. It's not all black and white, it's kind of what I'm getting from that. And also that kind of sense of I don't know, I get quite a gentle nature from the clematis. So it's very much about letting things happen as they're supposed to happen, letting things unfold as they're supposed to. Jupiter, I kind of get this unfolding kind of like balloon aspect, allowing things to be, allowing things to expand. And I think that there may be some kind of like denial in allowing that here. Okay, let me just bear with me 1 second. Sorry about that, my friends. So next we will go for an animal oracle. Dear Spirit, what messages, what does Pile 2 shadow want to say to Pile 2? Mouse, eh? Yeah, I mean, I thought it is a bit of fear, but you know what I'm sensing? I'm sensing this darting. It's kind of darting around, this skirting around stuff. This like not that there's no directness. And And not to say that you need to be like direct and brash, but it's almost like, and my eyes are flickering as well. So like I'm thinking, I can't focus. And that doesn't mean that I have to be interesting. I don't have to be truly like stationary in one. Yeah, I feel like stillness would be good, actually. There's a bit of like darting around, a bit of like fear, a bit of like, if I look at this and if I stay still and if I allow myself to see this part of myself, I might not like it. I might not be wanting to even know about this. I'd rather not know about this. That's what I'm getting from this pile 2. Okay, let's see what the tarot have to say. So, as I said, to pile 1, I am reading with the El Goliath Tarot. It's mainly a black and white deck. I haven't used this deck in any readings that are public. So, let's have a look at how they kind of work here. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you, pile 2. I'm getting something that's evasive here. I'm getting an evasive kind of energy. And you're being urged to kind of push things forward. You're being urged to go towards the light. But there's something that wants you to stay in this dark space. And you're being pushed out of it. You're being told you need to get out of it. You need to like move out of this space. And see the bigger picture. Instead of like, there's a micro kind of microscope feel that's going on, and you need to move away from that. Dear Spirit, what does pile 2 shadow want to say to pile 2? We've got the Magician reversed. Yeah, there's some serious like avoidance here. Oh wow, we've got that card. Okay. And yes, all right. I forgot. I shuffled the entire thing. And in this deck, we've got like, you know, we've got like I think another 12 cards or something like that as extras. So this is this is the Magician reversed. We've got we've got this image which can be read in any way you wish. And then we've got yes. So let's go with the simplicity. If there's a question here that you've said about you being, you know, yes. In my head, what I'm getting is, is this something that needs to be looked at? Yeah. Yes, it is. It needs to be looked at. Let's have a little look at, I need another 2, please. Okay, so we've got the 5 of Swords reversed. That's defeat. And then we've got the Queen of Swords, the Baroque Queen. Yeah, there's some big denial going on here. Same like with pile 1, but just a different type. And I mean, that's why the shadow comes up and says, hi, you know. It's because we sail down denial. The Magician reversed. I don't know what you're doing to yourself. There's something that's happening. There's some form of you not allowing yourself to look at it. I'm going to be as upfront as possible. Yeah, there's something that you're not looking at here. There's no really other way to interpret it, particularly with this. I'm just staring at this, and it's almost like an illusion. It's almost like you're putting something across that actually truly isn't you. That's how big this is. Because I was thinking, why, you know, if there's a lack of clarity. Yeah, I don't know if there's like some sense of some sense of like, I don't know how to say it, like it's denial. It's purely denial. And it's suppression, but more so denial. Not suppress. I don't feel like there's a suppression. It's almost like, oh, that's what it is. So essentially, I don't know, right? Shadow is about accepting the dark parts of ourselves, yeah? Pile 2? It's about us accepting that we can be, you know, that we can be a certain way, all right? The shadow cannot exist without the light. The light cannot exist without the shadow. Either way, right? So there is a denial that's going on, that there is a part of you that you may not like. Like really, you may not like it. There's a part of you that may not have behaved in a good way, may you know, do things, you know, and we all have this, okay? Now I think that the people that are coming to my readings have a good understanding of themselves, that they can accept that this is something that is their shadow. The shadow is about us having parts of ourselves that we don't like. And this is a part that you're deeply suppressing. You're like, oh, that's it, it wasn't suppressing. It's not recognizing it. It's not, you're not, it's almost like there's an ignorance that's going on. It's like there's a sense of you not accepting that this is actually partly what makes you who you are, right? And, you know, I'm not going to lie, like I've been through that, okay? So I'm just going to use myself as an example. Like, you know, there's a part of your shadow where sometimes you can't believe that it's a part of you. And you're like, wow, this is me? Oh my God, I've got to make it better. I've got to, like, you know, heal it. I've got to do it, you know. I've got to, like, yeah, I've got to make it better. I've got to make it better. And I've got to be like all love and light. But that's not the duality. That's not the truth. The truth is that there is that side. There are both sides. And when we accept that about ourselves is when we can truly step into our power. It's so interesting because we've got, look at that. Look at this 5 of Swords reversed. With the little tiny white scorpion and the big black scorpion. You know, it's again duality. This is about you accepting that the yin and the yang are part of the same thing. And if you refuse, if you continue to dance, if you continue to like not accept that there is parts of yourself. So maybe, you know, maybe there is parts of yourselves that you know, this is all about like coming to peace with that, to understanding that. Do you know what I'm getting from this card? I'm getting Hanged Man energy from this. The tree of life. I also see a moth here. So it's almost like, you know, there's a sense of not being able to like stay in one place because you're scared of being hurt. There's also like a sense of a bit of a grandmother kind of vibe as well. So I don't know if some of you like look towards like maybe there may be ancestral patterns that you don't like that need to be healed. Yeah, but this is about changing your perspective and also understanding the gravity of this, because this is big stuff. This is big stuff. You've got some big players here. The Magician reverse doesn't come out for nothing. And you've got Jupiter there. You know. He wasn't the nicest of kings, you know. So this is about you accepting this part of yourself. Does it make me who I am? Yes. Does it make it, is it okay? Yes. Am I going to be able to get through this? Yes. Am I going to be able to integrate this properly? Yes. You will. You will. You have the Queen of Swords here, and it's about having this sense of detachment about the situation. I don't think you would have come here, Pile 2, if you weren't able to do this work. I really rate you, because I think the people that come to my readings are, you know, they know themselves. They know themselves to a certain extent, and they understand themselves, particularly the ones that are coming to the shadow. Because the shadow is not a simple thing to deal with. Absolutely not. We can see that right now in how the world stage is playing right now. We are walking through that shadow. Five of Pentacles reversed, sorry, Five of Swords reversed, of course, you know. Do you know what I get though? More than anything, if you don't look at this, it will defeat you. You know, you have to, you know, if we are stuck in this sense of denial of this part of our shadow, it will defeat you. And the white scorpion, have you heard story? I don't know. For those of you who live in like hot countries, the little white scorpions are not things that you want like around you at all. Apparently this is a lot better. The big black ones are a lot better, but it's the little white ones that can really hurt you. So it's about understanding that. It's about accepting that sense of defeat, you know. I accept this part of myself. I accept who I am. I accept that this is part of the whole. And then you've also got the Queen of Swords. You know, you've got the power to do this. You've got the power of discernment. And I think that's what the key is here. It's about you being discerning. But it also may be that with this kind of like, with this kind of background of what's going on, there's also a sense of being really detached from everyone and not being able to communicate or to actually be, it's not reversed, it's upright. So there's a sense of coldness, but I think personally, this is your win. This is what's going to help you. So let me have a look at, ooh, wow. Okay, I'll take that. So we've got Ace of Cups the right way up to help you with this Magician reversed. We've got the Page of Swords reversed here. We have the Nine of Swords. That makes sense. Let's have a look. Two more, please, Universe. Spirit. We have the High Priestess reversed. Okay, you got two. I only asked for one, and then two come out, and then the Emperor, and then we have the Six of Wands. Okay, so, I mean, you guys are, like, pretty powerful. Sorry, girls, everyone who comes to this reading. No gender specified, I was just saying. So, what I'm seeing here is that, you know, there's a sense of facing it, right? From the Queen of Swords to the Page of Swords reversed. You have to face it. That's my traditional meaning of the Page of Swords reversed. Nobody's going to help you in this. It's about you looking inward. It's interesting how we have this eye here as well. You are protected. You have to believe it. You know? I feel like some of you feel like this is a curse and it's eating away at you. And you don't want to look at it because it's too painful. That's kind of what I'm getting. And, yeah, you need to get over that. Because it's the source of your power. Oh my God, the shadow, you know. Once you integrate that part of your shadow, it's a source of your power. It's a big source of your power. And suppression of that is going to be very, very difficult. You may be exercising it in different ways. You may be doing other things. But there's something you need to look at a little bit more clearly. And I think that you have beautiful potential to do so. And then this kind of like facing it and really, really looking at it, really taking the time to look at it, changing your perspective on it. Yeah. And then you've also got like with this yes card, you know, I think if you allow yourself to say yes, you will alleviate a lot of worry about things. You will be able to step forward with this discovery, to step forward with this understanding of this High Priestess reversed, this not accepting defeat. This is you denying your intuition, denying who you are. I mean, that's what I'm getting, pile 2. It's a denial. And look, we have the Queen of Swords, and then we also have the Emperor. So we've got the coldest of the queens, and then we've got the male dominating figure of the tarot. So this is about you taking a really structured attitude towards this in order for you to really confront this part about yourself. I don't see any other cups here. The emotions need to, I wouldn't say go in the bin, but they need to be put aside in order for you to harness. Basically, it's almost like you're sweating to get water. Does that make sense? So it's almost like you're working hard in order to bring the spring forward, and that's going to involve you losing water. So it's about that, and about having that kind of, and you know, keeping your eyes on the goal, keeping your eyes in understanding that this is something about yourself that you need to look at, that you need to, you know, I mean, okay, let's give you an example. So maybe there's a part of you that behaves in a certain way towards other people, and you know that you do that, right? You know that there's a part of you, and in relation to this magician, maybe you talk to people in a certain way that you know that you can get what you want, particularly with a particular group of people, right? You do that. But then there's part of you that really kind of hates yourself because you've been doing that, and you don't believe that it's good to have that trait. So you've been trying to like sort things out, to do stuff with it, to kind of like see if you could heal it, see if you can like, you know, stop doing it, you know? And what is going on here is understanding that you don't need to heal it, yeah? All you need to do is just recognize that it's a part of your personality and then move on. You don't need to express it. If you see those traits being triggered, for example, when you see other people doing things, or you see a situation that you could influence or something like that, because that's what the magician is talking about, then recognizing it and saying, right, no, I'm not going to do that. And I think you will. I think you will. I think, you know, I see a sense of fairness, but it's almost like, you know, not everybody can be like all wholesome and good. That isn't what people and humans are about. It's about us actually like, you know, us recognizing that we're all different shades of grey, or all different shades. You know, this reading is very colourful. Even though we started off like quite black and white, it's we've got the colours coming out, and I think understanding and knowing your tools outside of just that to help you understand that, to help you understand this part of this shadow part of yourself, it's going to be really helpful. It's going to be really useful. Wow, amazing reading. Thank you, Pile 2. So good. Really, really enjoying this. Thank you. No, just one. All right. What did I say? What did I say? And it was reversed. Don't deny your intuition, Pile 2. Don't deny it. Follow it. You don't need to do anything about it. You can observe it, okay? You don't need to... Yeah, you don't need to, like... You don't need to... Wow, the Lyrans. Strength, courage, bravery. Now, the thing that gets me about the Lyrans, right, is that they're on a mission. They are quite like forthright, forthcoming. And look, again, 11, 22, 11. There's an image, right? There's an image that needs to be put across. You've also got all of these, like, these sacred geometry symbols. They're highly intelligent. This is something that there's a belief in having to... That's so interesting. Let me just show you something. The Lyrans are cat people. This is a cat magician. It's a panther. So, you know, the magician reversed is about you using your power, not for, you know, there's some sense of that. And I think... You know, you want to use it for something that's good. This didn't come out reversed, to come out the right way. So it's about you embodying these things. Strength, courage, and bravery. Excuse me. So because of that, that's saying to me that, you know, your intentions are good. Your intentions are good, particularly with this 6 of Wands here. And I think you're a brilliant pile. I think there's something quite diamond-esque, like it's brilliant about you, pile 2. I feel like you're my, you know, you're my light workers, you're my seers, you're my, you know, you're the people that really know that they can have big influence on this world. And yeah, that's why it's even more important for you to go deeper. For you to really understand that about yourself, so that you can be really resonant within that truth, you know. Okay, let's see what these guys have to say. Okay, we've got one immediately. Creativity, 3 of Cups. See, this sense of collaboration. No, we've got 12. So yeah, I don't know. There's something about like thinking in creative ways, doing things in creative ways, connecting to each other in creative ways. That's going to help you to be able to like see a bigger perspective on this. Also, try and step into situations without trying to control them, right? That's what the Clematis was saying. There's a sense of like control that's borderline, particularly with that 3 of Cups reversed and that Magician. So yeah, try not to, and you know, when you go against your intuition, you start to control. So just be aware of that. I'm going to pull one of these. Okay. Wow. We've got Sun, Love, Inner Self, and Essence. You know, that is going to be so key in you being able to kind of put across, you know, yourself. Because if you're of a brilliant mind, like absolutely brilliant mind, this can go down the pothole, you know. I didn't get like an Aquarian energy. We got Jupiter, which is Sagittarius, so it's more kind of fire. It's more kind of initiatory energy there. But I think there's just this sense, and then we also have the Sun, which is fire as well. So like it's that sense of being able to like really give out love. And when you give out love, that means there is no judgment. You allow people to say what they want to say. You allow people to other people to have ideas. There's just this sense of not having to control the situation, because there's an intense like sense of wanting to control. And I would step away from that. I definitely feel that. But as I said, like I don't think you'd be coming to this reading if you weren't that aware to understand that. And so trust your intuition and love yourself. You know, you don't need to, you know, you can fill that gap yourself. You know. I think that's really important. Okay, I think that's everything apart from these cards that will tell you about your gifts. So let's have a little look. Or not even a gift, but it's like your powers. So let's see. Okay, you got 2, which is nice. 2 are coming out for each of the piles. So first card is, you have the power to withdraw. You are powerful during quiet reflective. Oh, I don't know if you can see that, my darlings. See, there we go. Oh. There we go. You are powerful during quiet reflection on your personal values. You move to the heart of the matter and protect yourself from irrelevant influence. So the power to withdraw. And then here, the power to cooperate. You are powerful. You know when to listen and when to speak, when to lead and when to follow, creating a dance of harmony. Well, I don't know, that's pretty clear. That's pretty clear, my friends. Pretty clear. Wow. Powerful reading, pile 2. Powerful reading. I hope you enjoyed that reading, pile 2. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. And I'm just thinking, any last things? I don't know, you know, right? Take what resonates, discard the rest. But I am saying that your intuition, follow your intuition. You know best, pile 2. You know best. Ask what your heart wants. Your heart is calling out for it. Please do like this video if you did like it. Subscribe for more videos. I do timeless daily videos mainly, but occasionally when I feel like it, I do pick cards. And yeah, I'll speak to you really soon. Take care, my darlings, and I will, yeah, wish you a lovely, lovely day. Bye. Hello, my friends, and welcome to your reading, pile 3. You have chosen the Bardo, which is the liminal space between worlds. This is the space where it's kind of like the entry level towards like life and death, from like, yeah, it's that liminal space. And you got 55. It's so interesting. All of the cards, I think all of these cards that I picked, the archetypes, they all boil down to 5. So this is about how your shadow, what your shadow wants to communicate to you next. This is not about really integrating your shadow as such. There's something that is needing your attention. And this is about this liminal space. What I'm also sensing here is this eye. But you've also got these skulls all around it as well, which kind of say to me that there is almost something that you kind of felt that was over, and it's not. And you know, it's very interesting because that's what the Bardo is. It's about that space where we're stuck in almost like a limbo. So you may be feeling like this, pile 3. You may be feeling like there's this sense of you not being able to move forward. But there's your shadow is bringing it up because it wants to tell you that this is a transitory phase. Yeah, a transitory phase that's going to be. It's not going to last. But it's necessary. And then you also have like Jupiter here. Interesting. Jupiter. We had Jupiter in the other reading, but from another deck. And it's also, that's a 6. Interesting. So 5 to the 6. Yeah, this isn't moving on. You're moving, like I don't know, like, if you're feeling that you're stuck, if you're feeling like you're in this space where you don't know what's going on, you're like, what's happening right now? Your shadow's here to tell you that this is not going to last forever. Let's see what the Gemini reversed. Wow. Okay. So Gemini reversed, I'm looking at the kind of like the not so great aspects of Gemini, which is something that's a kind of dissipation of energy. I almost get like a sense of scattiness. And I'm a Gemini, so I know. So like, yeah, yeah, this sense of like scattered energy that's not focused, energy that's like all over the place, almost like burnt out. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys were burnt out or something was going on along those lines where you felt that way. Because when you're stuck in a place where you don't know what's going on, you know, that's interesting. But I really feel like this is really, really good for you in a way. It's really fortuitous. The deer. Wow. Yeah, the vulnerability. Deers are very, like, they're quite good with Gemini energy. And it didn't come out reversed. So it's almost like, you know, and I've said this so many times in all of my readings. The people who come to my readings know themselves. I don't think people who don't know themselves or know themselves to a good degree or are keen to understand themselves better, that's actually more correct, because I don't think anybody really truly knows themselves completely. But they want to explore themselves in a certain way. And I think, you know, this vulnerability, curiosity, also this sense of mothering as well, is very prevalent here. It's almost like I've gone through this experience and now I'm in this space where I don't know what's going to happen and I have no idea why I'm here. But with Jupiter there, it's almost like it's something that's needs to come forward. There's a certain like sense of intelligence that is not being kind of recognized here. You know, not to say that dear spirit and dear medicine isn't intelligent, but there's almost like a sense of naivety that's going on here. And I think there needs to be more kind of a sense of awareness about where you are, because there is this transitory phase that's moving on from one sense to the other. And I feel like you've got a lot to gain from here, you know. You've got a lot to benefit from this understanding, which is why your shadow's bringing it up. And then you've also got air, and then you've also got, you know, earth. So there's a sense of like understanding what it is about air and about the cosmos, about the intuition downloads, about the spiritual understanding that you have, and being able to ground that. But it's not happening. There's something that's very unstable, I'm feeling. Okay, let's get one of these. Check that this is still recording. Okay, cool. My battery's about to run out, so I was like, I really hope I can get this done in time. Dear Spirit, what messages does Pile 3 Shadow want to communicate to Pile 3? What does Pile 3 Shadow want to communicate to Pile 3? There's too many. I just need one, please. Thank you. The Bracken. Okay. And it's 3. Okay, let me just double check what that is. Well, this is very interesting. Something about you understanding that something is unknown. And you don't have to know all of the answers straight away. Okay, this makes sense. That just put everything into perspective. As a Gemini, right, I need to know everything right now, yesterday. Okay? That's kind of the way I am. Bracken here is telling you that attitude is not going to help you in this space where you are in this space of limbo. You can't, because every time you want to know what's going on, it actually like works against you. So that's why there's this sense of Jupiter being there, because it's actually there to teach you like a big lesson and also to help you in future. I feel like this is definitely like almost a karmic lesson for you to understand about yourself. That's really cool. Really, really cool. But yeah, because the seed is invisible. You don't know what, like the idea of ferns, like it's the invisible seed. And here you're stuck in a place where you don't even know where you're coming or going. So, and then there's that sense of scattiness. I think what Dear Medicine here is also saying is that sense of like, kind of like, huh? What's going on? That kind of thing. That's going to really help you. Like, yeah. Okay, let's see what these, this tarot is saying. This is the El Goliath tarot. I don't normally use it, but I thought I've been dying to use it in a shadow reading because I think it's brilliant for that. It's just a black and white deck, and it's just beautiful. So let's see what they say. What does pile 3's shadow want to say to pile 3? What does pile 3's shadow want to say to pile 3? So we've got the 8 of Swords reversed. We've got the Emperor. We've got the 4 of Pentacles reversed. Just wanted to look at that a little bit more. So 4 of Pentacles, the Emperor. Wow, the Caution. And the Ojibe Catcher, which is the Shadow Dream Catcher. So this deck has cards in it that are extra cards. And I forgot to take them out. Shadow wanted me to read, well, Spirit wanted me to read with them today. So like this, like, I mean, I think, as I said, if you're coming to this reading, I feel like you will recognize that this is a step outside of your comfort zone, but it's also like, you know that you can step outside of this. You know that you cannot be trapped in this place. But it's interesting because it's almost like you refusing to look at something. But no, that's not it actually. No, you got out of a situation. That's what it was. There was a situation that you got out of, and you managed to like get out of that, and now you're like, now what? That makes sense. And it seems like you really were able to kind of assimilate. That's why Jupiter's here. Okay, yeah. You were really able to assimilate yourself into a space where you were able to understand what was going on. For example, it could be a situation like, say, maybe with family, where you've been through something quite tough. It could even be like something like a divorce. I don't see that here, but it could be like a big thing, or it may be like a separation, and you've finally gone through the whole thing of separating, and there may be like kids involved and all the rest of it, and you've got property involved, all the rest of it, and now things have happened, the court's been ruled or whatever, and now you're in this space where you're waiting to actually get the stuff. You're waiting to actually have the final verdict, even though you've, it's just like those last few bits, and you're just waiting, and that's what's happening. Like, you're kind of really anxious because you're like, I don't want to be waiting in this space, and I don't want to be there. But what your shadow is telling you is that it's necessary. This is a necessary part of it. And you've kind of worked so hard to kind of stop yourself from being trapped in any kind of thought patterns or mindsets that might arise from this. You're working really hard to do that. And also you're kind of just keeping your material 3D world really well balanced in that respect, in order to help you. I don't know if you're doing stuff. You may be meditating, you may be doing some kind of spiritual work. You may be, I don't know, I feel like this is a release for you. I feel like you've been through something, pile 3, and now you're in the limbo stage. That's what I feel. I feel like you've been through some trauma or something really intense. And there's a sense of like kind of, not feeling grounded, not feeling there, not feeling like you've got the actual real result of it yet. And you may be having dreams about it. It might be stressing you out because of this sense of unknown. And also like, it's putting you in high alert. I see this with this caution. It's putting you in a state of like, just being really... It's almost like you're still aware that the battle is not over. And understandably so, Because like, look at this mouse. This mouse is around a snake. You know, there may be, you know, sorry to say it, but like, you may not be out of the woods yet, you know? It may feel like that. We've got the deer, we've got the bracken, we've got, you know, this card here. So yeah, there may be a sense of you not being out of the woods yet. And that's why you're kind of in this space where, you know, pacing and not worrying about stuff. Dear Spirit, what does pile 3 shadow want to say? And okay, right, so then coming back to the idea of the shadow is the fear, right? The shadow is the fear. You know, this 8 of Swords is not it's intense. It's an intense 8 of Swords. It's an imprisoned bear. Lovely. Oh, Ace of Coins, yeah. So like it's you know, it's imprisoned. It's imprisoned under the ice because it can't get out. It's trying to get out under the ice. But it's reversed. So that says to me that you got out. You got out from under the ice. You managed to leave. You managed to get rid of the situation. You managed to exit the situation. There's still a sense of caution, obviously. You've got the Ace of Pentacles. I don't know if this has got to do with money. But it also, I don't know, I do see some kind of settlement or something. Like it may be like to do with like a family. Yeah, something family. Or something to do with like money. But this will open your doors. It's almost like the realization that you were trapped is going to open some real doors for you and help you to find some new things for yourself. Pile 3. Wow, look at that. Yeah, this is a new beginning for you people. Two of Coins. Well, that makes sense. From the 4 of Pentacles reversed to the 2 of Pentacles reversed. No wonder you're feeling destabilized. Because it's like, okay, it's done. Now what? Yeah, okay, I see you, pile 3. I see you. 5 of Cups. Okay. The Devil reversed. Wonderful. Wow, pile 3, you've been through it, haven't you? You've been through something big, pile 3. I'm sending you some love right now. I'm sending you some really, really big hugs and love. And the universe is on your side. There's good things coming for you. Ace of Pentacles. Amazing opportunities that will happen to encourage you that this is a new beginning. It's not happening yet though. It's on its way. It's coming. Ace of Swords. You know, maybe there were some things that were said that you didn't like. Maybe there were some things that you know, there was a sense of having to be really like kind of straightforward, brutal, not being able to, you know, it's about communicating truth, and you communicated your truth. Or when you do look, Emperor, you communicated your truth. You did it. Or you're doing it. 4 of Pentacles reversed to the 2 of Pentacles reversed. This has allowed you to realize, wow, I can actually I'm actually getting what I want. I'm actually able to really get what I truly want rather than holding it on. I do see, I know we haven't got justice, but I'm seeing some kind of court case where you've been fighting it for a long time. And there's been something that's happened, or something that you have been fighting for a long time, and now finally there's a release. And now because of that release, of that energy, sometimes it destabilizes us because we're so used to coping all the time, coping with stuff. And then when finally we don't have to cope anymore, you know, maybe the money comes in, or maybe something happens that we can actually be a bit more stabilized. We're so used to the instability and holding on so tightly to what we need to do that it can really throw us off kilter. the Five of Cups, there's this sense of like, you know, disappointment in that respect. It could be that you've lost something. You know, you may be thinking, oh, I you know, even though I did kind of get this, I lost that. But it seems like you got something very precious that you need to be aware of. And with the Devil reversed, it's almost like, you know, a truthful kind of look at yourself to see where you played a part in this. Yeah. Wow. Wow, pile 3. Wow. Compassion. I think compassion towards yourself, yeah? Compassion towards yourself, 99, 18, 9. Okay. Yeah, compassion towards yourself. You're still not, it's not over yet. You're in the limbo. But showing compassion to yourself is going to be really useful. And compassion to those around you. You don't have to get everything done yesterday, like I mentioned with that Gemini card. You don't. Oh, wow. So we got fire again. Pile 1 got fire. Interesting how we got like the purple as well. So some work on Sahasrara chakra, which is the crown chakra. Also fire element. You know, pile 3, you're a strong pile. You're a powerful pile. And I really feel that, you know, just be resonant in that. You know, resonant in that. We've got earth, air, fire, earth. Yeah. So sorry, you know, earth, air, fire. Okay. So we don't have much water. Compassion. You need to take stock of your emotions. The Spirit, what does pile 1 shadow wants to say to pile 3? What do pile 3 shadow? What does pile 3 shadow want to say? In a journey, but it was reversed. We have the number 8. So I say this in all my readings. Do you meditate? Meditation, whatever you do, whatever kind of meditation you do, that's going to really help you. Okay, and let's have a look at, I think, is that it? Is that everything? Yeah, let's have a little look at your Astro Chakra cards. Okay, you've got 2. You've got intuition. Interesting. So you've got Pluto and you've also got Neptune. These are planets that you can't, like, these are about you not even thinking about any kind of control. Surrender and revelation, transformation. I almost also get the chrysalis kind of vibe. You know, you can't control this stuff. You can't control it. You have to surrender to it. And third eye chakra. So we've got the Sahasrara, and then also, well, it's more kind of, you know, this is almost like, it can also go to like this kind of blue, this kind of purple. So something to do with those 2 upper chakras that needs to have some work, particularly with 2. Particularly with the third eye. So maybe you need to clear your third eye, maybe meditating in the third eye, because I think something is disallowing you from seeing that you're in this position and to being okay that you're in that position. Okay, let's have a look at what these cards say. These are like your powers. The power to accept. You are powerful. You learn from every person in each situation without losing any valuable part of yourself. Well, I mean, you know, these cards have been on point for this reading. It's about you accepting something about where you are. So pile 3, like this, your shadow is asking you to allow yourself to be and have compassion with where you are, because you've done a big thing. Whatever it is, you've been involved in something pretty big. So yeah, and even if that's just a shift in mindset, you're in a space where you're just kind of chilling. And I think it's important to recognize that that's an important part of the journey too. Pile 3, I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did like it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. Otherwise, thank you so much for your beautiful energy. I hope you did like it. Anyway, my darlings, you take care, and I'll speak to you really soon. Lots of love. Bye.